Twin Cities Adventures here with our Minnesota Honeybee playlist. In today's video, we're going to talk about a Varroa Mite treatment for our beehives, and we're going to use Apiguard. So Apiguard is an organic product. It's got thyme oil in it, and it's from the thyme plant. So that's our choice to do. We're doing it after the honey extraction. So here we've got 46 jars of honey we extracted. So all the honey's supers are off. Our frames are cleaned out, dried out, put back on for the fall winter. We're not putting any supers back on, but what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna do a treatment. I'm gonna put an Apiguard container inside on top of the third brood box for 7 to 10 days, and then I'll do a second one for 7 to 10 days. Just wanna make sure it all gets used up. So here's the deal. Apiguard is a really good treatment for Varroa mites. If it's over 100 degrees, you might want to use half a one per hive because the smell is really strong and it could drive your bees out of the hive. In Minnesota right now, it's between 50 and 70 degrees in the morning and midday. So it's the perfect time after you extract your honey for the year, and when the weather cools down a little bit. It's like getting towards the end of September here in Minnesota. So we're gonna do our Apiguard treatments now, and we run 3 deep boxes. So the first 2 deeps are brood, and then we put the third brood box on for them to make honey and pollen and bee bread and whatever they want to store in there to feed themselves through the winter, because we have winters like 5 months in Minnesota. So I'm gonna put the Apiguard on top of the third brood box, and then because it is a strong smell, I'm gonna put a honey super on top of that for really good ventilation, and then I'll put my top board and cover on top of that. If it's too hot or too strong of a smell, it could make your queen stop laying eggs. And to avoid that, what you can do is wait till it's cooler, give it more ventilation, add a third deep, give them more room, because the queen's gonna be in the bottom 2 brood boxes most likely. She probably won't be up in the third brood box because that's all extracted honey that we took out of that. And then giving it a super on top for more ventilation is better. It's always better to have more ventilation when you do Apiguard than less ventilation. So I'm filming this inside the kitchen here next to the honey, so you can see like what an awesome stash we got. Because once I go out in the backyard, I'm gonna film this video really quick. I'm gonna go out there, put my bee suit on, pop the tops off. I'm going to put the Apiguard on top, and I'm gonna put the super on top and cover it up really quickly and get out of there, because I don't feel like using my smoker. I just wanna quickly go out there and do that and then get back in here and then clean up. So wear rubber gloves and protective gear. Let's go out there and do this. Real quick, the package of 10 comes in the mail, and we're just gonna use 2 of them because we have 2 apiaries out back. So they're these metal packets. You just peel this back, leave it on, and then you set that on top of the frames. Okay, here we have our supers that they've been cleaning out. So I'm gonna pull the frames out of those, and then I'll do another video on what we do to store those after this. And then I'm gonna use the super box and put it on top of the third deep, and then put the cover back on. So let me get the camera set up over here so you can get a good look at what I'm doing. I'll just get these set up next to the hive so I can get going on this. Okay, here we go. It's game time. All right, I'll open this up right here for you to see. You don't even need to touch it. Rip it open about this much and lay it in just like that flat. Okay, lay it in the back because you can feed. You can do your fall feeding if you want to, and the feed could drip into the center. So lay them in the back. All right, now let's take a peek in here. This is why I like to put a super on with the window so I can peek in there and I can watch what's going on. So the bees will track across that and drag that all around the hive and spread that out and rid the hives of Varroa mites. And then if we want to come along and put a feeder on top of a deep box, you put that right over the center so none of it will drip in the Apiguard. Another nice thing about using these BeeCastle deeps and supers with the windows is you can monitor what's going on at all times in your hive. All right, we can check out that one in there also. All right, so that is the first wave of Apiguard. So I'll monitor that through the window, and in 7 to 10 days, when it looks like it's all used up, then I'll put the second Apiguard packet in there, and I'll leave that in there from anywhere from 7 to 10 days up to 2 weeks. It doesn't really matter, just as long as it's used up. But we will clean it out after 7 to 10 days or up to 2 weeks when that's cleared out. And then we should be sitting really good for Varroa mites to move into winter. So the next video that I'm going to make is probably going to be fall feeding with syrup. So stay tuned for that next video. Thanks for watching. Twin Cities Adventures out.